6 to 10 are the same question. I would like to discuss any one out of them. Let us discuss question number 8. What is that? 27x square minus 10x plus 1 equal to 0. 27x square minus 10x, right? Twenty-seven x square minus 10x, sorry, it is 10x. Let it be. Plus 1 equal to 0. Earlier we have so many methods of solving the given quadratic. Either you can apply factorization method, or you can apply by making it perfect square. And third is you can apply the discriminant method, which we have done in previous class. I mean, let us equate this with the equation this ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where this a is not equal to 0. So we get, what is the value of a there? 27. What is the value of b there? Minus 10. And c is equal to 1. I would suggest firstly find the value of d. We know this d is equal to b square minus 4ac. B square is 100 minus 4ac. That gives me 1862, I think. Yeah, it is 4. Yeah, which is equal to minus 62. And whenever d is negative, that means this quadratic has non-real or imaginary roots. Yeah, b square minus 4ac. 4 into 27. Yeah, into 4, na? 108, sorry. 108, that will give me minus 2. Doesn't make difference. D is negative. Yeah. Minus 108, that gives me minus 8. Sorry. D negative, it means it has imaginary roots. You will write it here. D is negative. This implies that x does not belong to real. Means x is imaginary. We know x is given by minus b plus minus under the root of d divided by 2a. So what is minus this? Minus b. Minus b is 10 plus minus under the root of d. That is equal to minus 8 under the root divided by 2a. What is a? A is 27. Right? So this x is equal to 10 plus minus 1 into 8, you will write it divided by 54. So therefore x is equal to 10 plus minus, this is iota into root 8. Root 8 is 2 root 2. This is 2 iota root 2 divided by 54, sorry. Either you can take 2 common, you can cancel it. That gives me perfect value on 5. This is 5 divided by 27 plus minus iota into root 2 divided by 27. These are the final values of the x, which are again of the form a plus iota b. It has complex roots. Right. So next is the question number 12th. We have already done this type of question. I mean 11th is same. Take conjugate. 10th we will put the value of z1, z2 and find the mode of this one. 11th we have done. We'll take conjugate and we'll multiply. 12th again we have. Firstly we will find out the value of z1 into z2 divided by mode z1. We will express this in the form of a plus iota b, and then we will find out its real part. Right? In second part as well. Firstly, we will construct 1 by z1 into z1 bar. It is z1 or z2? Yeah, it is z1 bar. No, it is not z1. It should be z2. Z1 into z2 bar, it should be there. Because z1 into z1 bar is mod z1 square only. Right. Anyway, we will form this. We will reduce this into standard form. Then we will find out its imaginary part. 13th question again same. He asks find the modulus and the argument of the complex number. Very simple. Firstly, you will express this in the standard form, that is a plus iota b. Then you will find its polar form. In order to find out the otherwise you need not to find the polar form. Once you express this in the form of a plus iota b, from there you will conclude what are the values of a and b. whether both are positive or both are negative or one negative other positive. According to that you will decide the quadrant only. R is the modulus of Z, which is equal to under root of a square plus b square. Similarly, theta is the tangent inverse of b by of course, but before that you have to find out the value of alpha. Once you decide alpha, and you already know that the sign of a and b, according to that you will be deciding the quadrant, and accordingly you will find out in which quadrant does it lie, right? Again, 14th question, you are given two complex numbers such that one of them is the conjugate of the other. Let us discuss it. Is slightly different question. Question number 14. We are given two complex numbers. Let the first is Z1 and second is Z2. It is our notation. It is x minus iota y into 3 plus 5 iota, right? And the second one is minus 6 minus 24 iota, right? So what we will do now, firstly we will express this Z1 into standard form. Let's simplify this. Z1 is equal to, this gives me 3x, this gives me minus 5y iota square is minus 1, that gives me 5y only, plus iota into, this gives me 5x, this gives me minus 3y. So again we have expressed this Z1 in the form of a plus iota b. Z2 is already in this form. Now according to the question, this Z1 is the conjugate of Z2. Therefore, on putting this value, that means 3x plus 5y plus iota into 5x minus 3y is equal to Z2 bar. Z2 bar means like this. And whenever you take bar, the sign of the imaginary part changes. So equating real and imaginary part, equating real and imaginary parts. This gives me 3x plus 5y is equal to minus 6 and 5x minus 3y is equal to 24. So we got two equations and two variables. We can easily solve them, find the values of x and y from there.